Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video for you here. I actually found some things out there recently. It's been quite difficult. In fact, I've been going to the shops like nearly every other day and just not finding a single thing out there to pick up, or if I do, it's sort of one item, and I don't really make a video if I only got one item. So I've been kind of holding on to a few things for a few days here, and I finally have something to show you. So the first thing I'll show you actually is something that I'm starting to not necessarily collect. It's not really for myself. It's just that these things can get kind of expensive. So I decided to start picking them up because my son just turned 2 very recently, and pretty soon he'll be getting into that age. You know, time flies as far as your kids growing up kind of thing. And I have a whole bunch of these from when I was a kid. My dad actually kept them, and then when my son was born, he gave them to me. And I kind of want to add to it because it definitely wasn't all of the ones that I had. So I'll stop talking about it in generalities and get to the point here. So the first thing that I picked up here is this box of Lego. Pretty cool right there. This is a police helicopter kind of set. So it comes with a guy there, and then this helicopter that you can build. Now these Lego sets are pretty expensive. They're, you know, this one here I think goes for probably about $15 to $20 in the store, and then you gotta add tax onto that. So where I'm at, you know, 13% tax, it's quite a bit of hike in price. You could be paying upwards of, if it's 15, you know, getting upwards of $20 for something like this, or if it's, you know, 20, you'd be like mid-20s by the time you're done with that. So I picked this up today for $4. Pretty happy with that. I'm gonna add it to the whole pile of Lego that my father kept back in the day, and my son, when he's old enough, when he's between the ages of 5 and 12, he'll be able to, you know, use this. And so I'm pretty much going to be doing that. I'm just going to try to get as much Lego as possible on the cheap kind of thing and hold on to it for my son, and hopefully by the time he gets of that age, there'll be lots of Lego there for him. So the first item that I'll show you here is something that I bought from a Talese. And the reason why I bought this is I actually had this loose disc, but which means I didn't have the case and the manual for it. But I'll show you what that is right now. I bought a copy of Cool Borders 3, and you can see the price on there says $2, but actually I got this for a better deal than $2. The disc itself on this one's really beat up, but that's not really what concerned me because I had the loose one. So I really wanted to get mine into a proper case, and now I can do that. This ended up costing me significantly less than $2 actually. This is the way that it worked out. So at Talese, right now, their book section stuff is all half price. And so if you can see that there, you can see it says books at the bottom of it. So when I took this up to the counter, I didn't even realize it was half price. I was willing to buy it for $2. I took this up to the counter, and I said, and I put it down, and she goes, "Oh yeah, okay," and then rang it in. She goes, "Do you want to take $1 off because you've reached enough points?" And I said, "Okay," and she goes, "Okay, then that'll be 5 cents." So that was pretty cool because I ended up getting half off the price, and then taking the $1 off as well. Ended up paying 5 cents for everything. So pretty cool right there. I don't know how they do the math on that, but yeah, it ended up being 5 cents. So pretty sweet, because now what I can do is I'll just take this copy of Cool Borders 3 and sort of set it aside. I might be able to experiment with that one and clean it up and hopefully resell it or something, recoup my 5 cents. But I want to take my copy, which is in a lot better shape. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I'll just take that and put it into this case, and now I have that complete, and that can actually go on my shelf instead of sitting in a blank case, which is really wicked. The next things that we'll take a look at, one of them I wasn't really super interested in. I actually picked this one up today. The only reason why I'm not interested is because I don't really collect for the PC, but I thought someone might be interested in it, so I thought I would pick it up and just see if they're interested in it or not. If not, it's no big loss. and it's a copy of King's Quest VII, The Princeless Bride. And for this one here, like the label says, $2, but again, this was half price, so I ended up paying $1.05 for this, so pretty sweet. It's complete, but I think this probably came in like a long box kind of deal. The disc is perfect. Probably came in a box with like maps and things like that, so it's not totally complete, I don't think, but pretty cool right there to get that for, you know, basically just a little over $1. The next thing that I picked up was from a Value Village. Now this is not really impressive at all. The only reason why I picked it up was it had a really nice case, and I didn't have it in my collection already, and I am collecting for the PS1. I might end up unloading this game later, I'm not really sure about it, but I thought for the price I'd go for it. It's Game Day 99 for the PlayStation. This only cost me $2, so I thought I would pick it up, even if it's just for the case. And the disc itself is in pretty excellent condition, so happy with the fact that it's in great shape. I probably wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't, but you know, I thought I'd add it in. No big deal there though. The next few titles kind of get a little bit better though, and this is how basically the rest of my day went. Well, the first ones actually I'll show you here weren't from today, this was a previous day, but things got a little bit better today. So this was something from the other day I picked up, and it's Quantum Redshift. And I just wanted to point out the fact that you just probably noticed I pulled that elastic band. They're actually putting, at least the one, they're putting them on tags now, which is so good because I'm so tired of taking these Value Village stickers off of these things and having to Google on them. It just takes forever. But anyways, so for $4 I picked up Quantum Redshift. Pretty awesome right there. It's in wicked shape as well. It's just really awesome. So manual and everything's there. The game itself's near perfect. Probably wouldn't have picked it up if it wasn't. The reason why I did though is this is an only for Xbox kind of game. I haven't seen it in the wild before, so pretty happy to get my hands on it. For $4 I was willing to put that into the investment. Not too bad at all. Something that is not a thrift shop pickup, something that I bought off of eBay a little while back, it just arrived yesterday, is a copy of a game for a system that I don't even own yet, but it's New Super Mario Bros. U. Obviously, you know, it's a Mario game, so it'll hold its value. And the thing with this is, it is absolutely like minty fresh. It's near perfect, I would say. I don't even think you can tell the difference between that and a brand new copy of this, so I was willing to pick it up. Now, all in all, with shipping and everything, it ended up being about $40, which, you know, isn't too bad, I don't think, but might encourage me to actually go out and get myself a Wii U eventually. Getting back to the thrift stuff, my day got a little bit more interesting actually when I went into, you know, the thrift shops today. I went into one Value Village and I found something that I had been looking for, and it's this right here, which I paid $4 for. I don't know if you can see that. There we go, $4 for the microphone for a GameCube. Now, I have a game which requires this, but I didn't have the microphone for it. It's Odama, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully it works. I haven't really tested it out yet. I have noticed after taking it out of the bag, though, it did have someone has taped this, so I think there is a break somewhere in there, but hopefully that hasn't affected anything and it's just a cosmetic kind of problem. But anyways, for $4 I thought I'd get my hands on this so I could check out that game. Continuing on, there's a lot of different things here that I actually picked up. I'm trying to decide what order to show them in. Probably just the order that I found them. At the same Value Village as the microphone, I also picked up a bunch of GBA games. They all came together in this bag. I ripped this open so I wouldn't have to waste time opening it. But for $3, I picked up 4 different games. The first one being SpongeBob SquarePants Lights Camera Pants. I don't know a whole lot about this title. I'll probably resell that. I'm not really interested in it. Also, another one that I'm probably not even going to look at, but let me know if it's interesting, is Chronicles of Narnia, Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe. Also one that I'll probably end up trading off, Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. I don't think racing games on the GBA, unless they're like kart type games, are probably, you know, ones that hold up well. So this one here will probably end up going for trade as well. But ultimately, the reason why I picked this one up, I would have picked it up anyways even if this wasn't in there, but pretty happy to find this one. TMNT for Game Boy Advance. Pretty pumped. I watched some gameplay on this one. This game here is basically like Turtles in Time kind of idea, like side scrolling beat 'em up 2D sort of style. And when this came out, the other Turtles games and things that coincided with TMNT type of stuff were all at 3D kind of thing, and those games were, I guess, decent, but nothing like super stellar. This one, on the other hand, is basically like going back to the old school style of 2D side scrolling beat 'em up, so pretty awesome right there. I'm definitely going to hold on to this one, add it to the collection. Those other ones I might get rid of. I'm not sure yet. I have to check them out, obviously, to know that for sure. Continuing on, I went to another Value Village and finally got a number of titles at the same time, so I'll get into those right now. The first thing that I spot when I walked in the door was this right here, a copy of Mickey Mouse Capade for the NES. I bought this knowing that it probably isn't valued as much as I paid for it, but I think if I were to try to get this online or something like that, I probably, with the shipping and everything, would have paid more than what this cost me, and it ended up costing me $6, so not too bad at all. I already have this in my collection though, so this one probably will go with other games that I'm trying to sell or systems I'm trying to sell, things like that. This will probably go with it. The next thing that I spot when I was in there was a copy of Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, and again, thank goodness they're doing this now. I don't have to Google on this one at all. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, pretty wicked, totally complete as well. I didn't have this one in my collection, so pretty happy to find it. It's just got a few fingerprints and stuff on it. Pretty wicked though. Pretty happy to get it for $6 as well. I think it's probably worth double that, so pretty cool right there. The next thing that I found was sitting in their glass case, and it was a copy of Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. This will definitely go into some sort of trade pile. I do have Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 for Game Gear. Those are the only two games that I have for it, but I don't even have a system for it. I'm not really that interested in the Game Gear per se. I'm already collecting for a ton of other systems, so I don't know what exactly I'm planning on doing this, but I ended up paying $2 for it, so I couldn't really, you know, turn it down, because you just don't see this kind of thing that often. The next thing that I picked up was right beside it in the glass case, pretty wicked, is a copy of Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors. And for that one there, I also paid $2, so I'm glad somebody's starting to work there that has lowered the prices down a little bit on some of this stuff. You can still see some of those games are set for like $6, which I'm not too pleased with, but at least some of these things are pricing down. And then I believe this is the last item that I picked up, was a copy of Prince of Persia for the SNES. Pretty cool right there. This one here was also $6, but you know, I just don't see SNES stuff in the thrift shops that much, and if I do, they're usually sports titles or junk titles and things like that. This one's actually a reasonably inexpensive game, but it's definitely not like one of those kind of games, so pretty happy with that. The back, unfortunately, needs to be goo-gone and cleaned up a little bit, but otherwise it seems like it's in pretty decent shape. Contacts are in good shape, so not too bad all around. That was all my pickups pretty recently. I don't think there's anything super stellar in there necessarily, but pretty good things all around. Pretty happy with you know, picking up the pace a little bit, because it was getting kind of slim pickings for quite some time to be able to find, you know, SNES stuff or NES games or GBA games, this kind of stuff. Pretty happy to, you know, be able to get my hands on these kind of deals. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Thanks again for watching. Feel free to comment down below. Thumbs up this video as well. and I will see you all later.